Hey guys, I'm back with a mini album review. I'm listening to NMIXX, and you know what? I'm excited because, focus on the positives here. I'm excited because I have really yet to connect with this group in any way. Not that I necessarily have to. I guess I have yet to really connect with one of their songs, not necessarily the group, because I'm not really that invested in groups at my big age, and if I am, it's gonna be probably like third gen groups. I really like Blackpink and Red Velvet. I love Twice as well, but like I am super super into Blackpink and Red Velvet. They are like my favorite groups. Um, So yeah, but I keep wanting to give them a chance because I think all of the idols that like get a chance for the most part are talented in some kind of way. Uh, and I do believe NMIXX is actually the group with really good vocalists, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Because they have the girl with the pink hair, little like pink hair bangs, bob, and she's like a really great singer, Lily or something. Is that this group? Because I've been getting them mixed up lately, but they have really great vocalists. Now, this is so interesting because I made an ITZY video a while ago and I talked about how, because I believe NMIXX is under JYP if I'm not mistaken, and then so is, oh, what is the other group he has? Didn't he debut like two groups this year? Gosh darn. Now I have to search it. I can't keep up with these groups. I really can't. Like, new girl group 2023, baby. You just debuted two girl groups and you're like, what's going on with ITZY? Don't, don't. You know what? This is so much. NMIXX. Okay, let's just go to their page and we'll see what's actually T. They're a part of JYP. How do I find? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I can see who else is a part of JYP. Cause I don't know if it's Le Seraphim or if they're a part of Hype. No, they're not, right? Ive is, or maybe they're not. I don't know. That's the whole problem here. I just don't freaking know. Dang, not ITZY not being in the top right there. What's up with that? They didn't have one of the best debuts for them not to be like one of the best debuts in K-pop because Dalla Dalla is one of the best debuts. Um, wow, I just feel like I've gone somewhere that I don't want to be at this point, and I still haven't gotten answers. I know Nietzsche is a part of them. Nietzsche. Now, where the heck are the new groups? How am I just getting nothing? Shouldn't there be like a list of the groups somewhere? Am I crazy? Like usually there's a list of the groups. Wow, this is just how it's gonna be. NMIXX. And there's one other group that's under him. Right? Or am I just losing my mind? This is really gonna make me mad. Who is Le Seraphim under? They're under Ivy. Gosh darn it, so it's not them. Who's the other group? Or am I just losing my mind right now? Maybe I am. Yeah, I guess so. I could have sworn he debuted two new girl groups, but I think I'm just actually losing it. Something's not sitting right with me, but okay, whatever. I just can't shake this feeling. Let me double check. So, that's Stray Kids, Nietzsche Project. Right. know, I'm just crazy. And I just went on this insane chase for no reason. But yet I still feel like there's another group that I'm missing. But there isn't, I guess. Anyways, let's just get into the album. Because what do I know, apparently? Never again am I going to go down that rabbit hole. I have to stop feeding into my impulses. Truly. Ugh, guys, I'm so sorry. Let's get into this. Anyways, I really liked Love Me Like This, which was the title track, I presume. Or maybe Young, Dumb, Stupid was, and I just completely missed out on it. So we're going to listen to it now. Maybe at some point I'll be able to react to the video, maybe on this. I do think there's a video for it. But anyways, let's get into this. I'm exhausted now. Okay. It's so weird. I really do. I think this is a good track, but I don't know. It just never. Their songs never take me where I need to go. Where I'm like, okay, I would put this on my phone. I would look it up. And you know what? Maybe this group is just like supposed to really be marketed towards younger girls, like teenage girls. Which makes sense because like it's JYP and Twice had a really like teeny bopper sound for a long time that they're just now getting out of. I mean, their youngest member is still pretty young. They're like 21, 22, Chewy and Che, I believe. Okay, so there's like sampling here. Okay, vocals. It's so crazy because their vocals are insane and they just right. But like what is this song? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm going to stay positive. Okay, so I know I like this one already. Sorry, I'm playing my Switch. You guys can't see it, but I usually play my Switch when I listen to albums. If you are new to my channel, I don't know. It helps me focus in a way to the albums, and I'll just be like, oh my god, I want to do like all these things. Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, I like this one. I really hope I end up really, really liking another track, at least one track on this album. Like, these vocals, people with voices like this shouldn't be singing songs like this. I don't think that the songs are necessarily bad, but like, give them something serious. And we can still be serious and be like teen crush, you know, or whatever. I don't remember what their debut was. Was it like OO or something like that? Okay, password. Okay, I like this one. Okay, this one's good. Love Me Like This and Password are really good so far. I don't know how I feel about Young, Dumb, Stupid. Maybe that's for the younger girls, you know? I'm glad they get to show off their vocals here. Seems like everybody's got pipes in this group. Okay, I like this song. It's camp too. I like it. Okay. Okay, this album gets better as we go. Okay. This one's cute. Redecorating my room on Animal Crossing. Well, emptying my pockets. I like this one. Okay. Oh, I like this one. I like this more R&B adjacent sound for them, and I want them to explore this. I think that's where they sound the best. Not these more pop tracks. Like, they're obviously they're still cute, but yeah. I think they should be a bit more soulful, I guess. I don't really know what he's supposed like what their group concept is supposed to be or their sound, so I'll have to look into that. Wow, the vocals. Alright, let's see if this is going to be better, because each song gets better. Let's see. Hmm. This is okay. Of course, like always, the vocals are giving. Their vocals are so crazy. Like, could you imagine the things that they could do? Like, oh my god, their vocals are insane. This is why I keep reacting to them, because they just are so vocally interesting to me. And not to say that any of the other groups aren't, like, good with vocals, but god, they're really good. And they're such a new group. I can't even imagine where their vocals will go from here, because they can only get better, right? I mean, it's like a group full of powerhouse vocals. So I will always tune in for an NMIXX something or the other, unfortunately. I like, you know what I should react to? They have like some live performances that they do of covers. I should react to that, because I really like the covers they do, which I think goes to show with like the right song, this group could be like unstoppable, but we'll see what happens. Maybe people really like their music that they make. This one's good. Okay. So, time to put down the stuff and get serious. All in all, I think that was an okay project. I think it was a solid, okay project. I think their vocals were incredible. Um, there's no one song that I really left that project and was like, wow, that was like really my favorite song, and I'm gonna always remember this song, you know what I mean? I think, what was the one track that I liked? Just Do It or something? I think that was my favorite track on the entire project. And yeah, I mean, I kind of described how I feel about NMIXX. Um, I think at some point it's gonna click, like, you know, because I do think JYP does produce good groups, and every now and then they make really great songs. Sometimes he makes these songs and projects, and they're like really jarring, and it's really difficult to digest. Like, a lot of ITZY's work sounds like that. But I like it a lot. Like, what's the one mini with Ting? I love it. And they had like Sophie produce or work on one of the songs from one of their minis. Whatever mini that is my that's one of my favorites from them. I don't know if I have that one or the other one, but yeah, so there's that sound and I get it. I get what he's trying to go for. But I think if he's gonna try to debut another group so soon after ITZY being a group, which is still considered like a pretty new group, they should have a completely different sound or direction, which they kind of do in a way because they're more vocal heavy, right? That was like the whole introduction of them. So I guess my question is like, why are the tracks not vocal heavy tracks? The girls are, they're belting and all that stuff here and there, but I don't know. I feel like the entire song should just be like showcasing their vocals better. There are songs that could definitely show them like how well they sing. I don't really know. Obviously, they still show that they can sing very well because I'm like, oh my gosh, but yeah, maybe we'll see it. Maybe we will see it. So I will stick around. 'Cause I think I don't know if JYP still like writes for his groups anymore, but he's like written some bangers. So hopefully we can get something. I know I've brought this up before, but I remember seeing this one conversation on Twitter, and people were essentially saying that like JYP just doesn't really know how to market girl groups specifically, or like groups in general, and that he lucked out with Twice because they're just like really talented, and they also are just really like all the members, people just became really attached to them and their dynamic and their chemistry behind the scenes, and they're all just super gorgeous, and they also have some kind of say in what goes on in their music they write, and I'm pretty sure they've had a say earlier, hopefully at some point. But yeah, everyone's like, oh well, he lucked out with Twice, and people really haven't liked their title tracks after Fancy as much. But I don't know. At first I was like, no, he didn't just look out with Twice, but now I'm like, because I genuinely did not really care for ITZY's like last 2 or 3 title tracks. The last title track that I enjoyed was what is it like? It was like You Got Me Like Crazy Love. I like that one. And then after that I kinda like fell off. It was like Boys Like You and then Sneakers, and I was like, this is not for me. Sneakers, like I was like, oh, this is cute, this is camp when I heard it, but like it was just not for me to listen to during my own personal time. Um, I've been listening to all of Twice's tracks. Twice's last album was kind of it was kind of just like whelming to me. I liked their pre-release single Moonlight Sunrise more than their title track, which was Set Me Free. Yeah, I did not. Set Me Free just really, it was a good, solid title track and comeback, but it just wasn't for me. I like their previous one that they did. Talk That Talk was really good for me. I think I really liked that album. Did that album have Basics on it? Because if so, yeah. Yeah, which is really bizarre because I feel like Twice has been on a roll with their albums lately, and then this album came out and it was just kind of like mid to me and for their standards, okay. I think there's like 1 or 2 songs I might have picked out for myself, but anyways, we are preparing for Misamo, and I don't know who's getting their next solo, especially considering I know what's her face had a little scandal with her outfit wardrobe choices. So we will see what happens. A Geo solo would be cool, or anybody really. So yeah, that's how he's doing with those 2 groups, and then with NMIXX, NMIXX seems like he's really just trying to like keep them relevant and make them have a lot of comebacks, which is really great. He's always going to have all of his groups be active, but I think in the past year or so, some of the material has just been like, it could be a little better. I do think Twice has like upped the ante and they've like found that sweet spot of like what they really sound good at, like all of their best sounds, and they're able to just like mix them all together and still experiment a little bit, and they know what they don't like, you know? So I think like that's really cool, and we're only gonna see them get better from here, and they're just starting to go more into like the songwriting process. And like I said, I don't think Twice has released a bad track, so yeah, I just don't think that this last project was as interesting as the other two projects. Like it was very predictable. I was like, okay, yeah, that was very like safe. Whereas in the previous ones, I was just like, oh wow, I really really liked these B sides. Uh, Hopefully Itzy's next comeback is just a banger, and hopefully with NMIXX, like I said, I want to see them do more vocal heavy songs because he doesn't really have a group that's that vocal heavy yet, and I feel like that's what he should focus on. There are members of Twice that are powerhouse like Junghyun and Geo, but other than that, like they're known for their voices, especially Geo, but that's like one member of how many girls? NMIXX has all powerhouse vocals, and I think we should really focus on that and like change their concept. It's okay to change concepts even right now. This everyone's trying to do like this kind of futuristic type of thingy with like trying to be youthful and kind of whimsical and quirky, and I get it. But I would really love to see something kind of soulful. Like I don't even know. Like I'm thinking back to the Wonder Girls. Were there Wonder Girls under JYP? I'm thinking back to them. Oh yeah, those was Sumi and the rest of them, right? That was good. Or even like just that kind of sound, and Miss A even, not like the concept because they were had like a more mature concept, but just like sonically we can get something like that would be really interesting, I think. And I think there's definitely a market to be had for that because I saw like that Flow, the UK girl group, was like they trend on the Korean music chart, and I was like, that's really interesting. And somebody was like, oh, Korean music's gonna like change and all this stuff, and people are gonna be inspired by Flow. So I really do think a lot of some things are becoming a bit more mid-tempo. Like it's okay to explore that realm a little bit more. Like not everybody has to have a infectious banger, that or infectious bangers are not also always associated with like very energetic pop music. So yeah, that's what I want to see from NMIXX. More vocals from ITZY. I want to see them continue that kind of like hyper pop experimental type thing. They kind of ventured into the realm of teen pop, I think a little bit too much, which makes doesn't make sense to me. It made sense for their initial when they initially came out, but even then I never thought they were like too teeny pop. Like Dalla Dalla was, I was bopping the Dalla Dalla, like I said, and even like Icy and all that stuff. And I feel like these last two tracks were kind of like regressive, like they were regressing back. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense because they're getting older now. So hopefully we can get something cool. We can get some subunits, some solo stuff. But yeah, I want them to go back into that hyper pop, electro pop kind of sound. I want to see them do like features. You know what I mean? Like something cool. And yeah, yeah, that's what I want to see from them. And like I said, subunits and solo stuff, because that's gonna get so popular, and I feel like you might as well just get ahead of the curve. Um, and everybody loves Yeji, everybody loves Rujin, everybody loves Yena, everybody loves Leah. A Leah solo project would really eat because I feel like out of all the girls, she would have something that's just completely different from the sound of ITZY. Because I remember her talking about how she's like heavily inspired by Corinne Bailey Rae and stuff. So like that would be really interesting to see her have her own solo project and actually partake in the engineering of it in some way, shape, or form, or writing, producing, whatever. And as for Twice, I feel like we've been so oversaturated with them that we should get we should focus on the subunits and solo stuff for like a year or two. Like we should get Misamo, and we should like let them have promotion. Like let them actually promote something for more than 2 seconds. Let them promote it and let them do like a variety show or reality show. You know how they used to do that kind of stuff. Let them do that, and then maybe somebody come out with a solo and let that happen, and then we get a Twice comeback. I think the public needs to thirst for Twice for a little bit because I think that people are like getting too used to them coming out too much. So I've noticed the critique around their stuff has been going up a little bit. So I think, a nice little absence would be nice, and then have them come back with anything. Honestly, I think they've figured out what they need to do and how they need to sound. So yeah, that's just how I feel. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys like NMIXX a lot? I think I really like the girls, the group, but I just don't think that I understand what they're going for, and I also don't think I really care for it at the same time. I don't think it's bad. I think it's good. I think it's all catchy, but I think so much there's like they're not really tapping into their potential as a group. That's all. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I know I kind of went on a rant there. I've been like avoiding rants lately, but I just had a lot, like I've been feeling some ways about the status of K-pop lately. And it's just so weird because although we've made like a lot of changes and we're seeing things really cool happening, it's still just kind of like, Also, like, with the minis, maybe like pull back on minis and focus on everybody releasing one cohesive album a year, right? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Does that make sense? Like let them have their pre-release songs and let them have a title track, and then, you know, release the album. I don't know. I hate this oversaturation of minis right now because I feel like it's just so lazy and people are just trying to be like cheap. I don't know. But anyways, now I don't want to rant anymore, so I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.